So hello and welcome back, group number 3. If you are watching this group number 3, then you will probably know that I am starting to post more pick-a-card readings. I have been going on my own personal spiritual journey for at least a month, and I have needed time to really reflect on what do I want my channel to have, what do I want to be giving to others. I've been going through a lot of spiritual development, group number 3. So this is why I'm starting to post or repost some of my videos or pick a card readings because it's time. It's the month of March. We're talking about in this reading what signs are coming to you in the month of March in regards to luck. And things of that nature. As always, group number 3, please like and subscribe to the channel and the videos. It helps me to know what pick a card readings I should do next, or, so you can get the notifications of when I do different things or pick a card readings. So definitely please do that. And we're just going to jump right in here to, the luck messages for the month of March. We do have obviously St. Patrick's Day coming up here. And then we also have the spring equinox, which is going to be happening on Sunday the 20th. So definitely a lot of stuff happening here. Spring is coming. If you live in the the eastern part, I'm living in the United States. If you live in the east, obviously we're having those change of seasons depending on where you're located, but spring is also to that time to kind of bring luck and abundance. Now, I will say, group number 3, there are 2 message cards that did pop up as far as that is concerned. So we're going to get right into your reading. Okay, so we have creativity. Group number 3, you guys always seem to be my creative or more mystical group out of the 2 usually. So creativity is very much, we talk about 33 as being a master number. With group number 2, it was 11 as a master number. So 33 really does have the connection to the divine, the connection to the mysticism here. Obviously, you can see with this image here that we're looking at, we do see creativity coming from either the light of God or from the universe, depending on how you look at that. So 3 plus 3 is the number 6, which is harmony, health, happiness, home, caring. It's very much a nurturing number. It's also too indicative of abundance, birth and rebirth, creativity, fertility. So that is very much a powerful situation for luck in the month of March. So your creativity will be giving you abundance and luck as you create. So by all above and all below, so that's like by so above as well as below, let me connect to let creativity flow. And I think that that's very important, group number 3, to talk about the connection here, because really if you connect to spirit, you have a better opportunity. I'm sorry, group number 3 with the camera here. You have a better opportunity to kind of let your creativity flow, let the luck flow through you. And then that also too can help you to get more of your ideas out instead of having your ideas stuck for so much because you're not as open, group number 3. You can let your feelings and let your creativity flow a little bit better if you were more open or susceptible to spirit, and then that would give you more luck with creating. And that 33 master number is very, very important to have that connection to the divine. Okay, so we're having doubles here that are happening. We also have 44. So we have 4 plus 4 is 8. We have 8 as being the infinity symbol. We have 8 as being, that really mystical, very much a magical number. So we have master numbers that are happening here. Again, group number 3, no surprise, because most of the people who are in my group number 3s always are either mystical, magical, psychic, something having to do with those type of gifts. But this talks about with the butterfly and with with the Psyche, we have new beginnings. So let this magic in my spell clear the space in which I dwell for new beginnings. So this is very, very indicative of that luck that we're talking about, group number 3, that creative luck that happens, that then is going to give you an epiphany or a connection to universe or spirit or God or whatever you want to call it, that's going to give you a new beginning in the month of March, possibly towards the springtime. We talk about spring as being the new beginning. Out of the winter, out of what is dormant will come alive again, obviously with spring, obviously with the new beginnings. And of course, we have the number 34. So you're also getting here a little bit of the number 3, the number 4. We have the number 6 here. We have the number 8. So there's a lot of synchronicities happening, group number 3, in the month of March for you, whether it be with luck, whether it be with images, whether it be with things that you're seeing or these numbers that come up constantly, and then the 3 and the 4. So really try to work with the numbers 3 and the numbers 4, group number 3. And obviously, if you're picking this, then that must mean something too. So we have strength. We have strength, stability in this hour, endurance, stamina, I am power. So basically overcoming hardships, overcoming things that are, too much to bear. We have like Athena that's there. So we have like that strength or that wisdom that comes from new beginnings, or comes from, just the fact that you can have the luck to start again or to start something different and new, may need to call up those strength reserves, group number 3. So we have that number 34. So we have the number 7, right before 8, which 7 is also very much a powerful number. And we talk about that also too with the number 8 of being the infinity. So you have the 7 and the 8. You have the strength that has to happen before the new beginning happens, group number 3. So definitely a lot of synchronicities with the number 3 and the number 4. We're going to look at the Ibiza Tarot, group number 3, because this is going to give us some clarifiers as far as what is going on with the luck in March, or what is happening basically. So we will take a look at that. Yeah, so we have the Finca, which is basically the Wheel of Fortune. Not surprised here. We have creativity that's happening that's forcing the wheel to turn. So when we have the Wheel of Fortune, we really, really do have something that is truly connected to spirit in the divine, group number 3. We have the world connected to the 5D realm. We have the Wheel of Fortune showing a lot having to do with spirit, or, we have that Jupiter energy, that freedom energy, that happy energy, that direct connection to God, to spirit, to universe, to whomever. So we have, the Yod symbol, which is another symbol for God or creation. We have creation itself, creativity. Okay, again, signs and synchronicities. You're receiving downloads, group number 3, from a higher source. You have to start looking at what that does mean. If you guys have been doing a lot of dreaming lately, if you guys have been doing a lot of vision work, if you've been, meditating, doing things like that, you are trying to get that channel that's open to get to the creation, to have these synchronicities play out with the Wheel of Fortune. So we have Lady Luck. What are we talking about, group number 3? We're talking about luck, okay, right? So this is a direct message to you. Lady Luck appears to those who are prepared. Very, very true. So if you want the luck to come to you, it's best that you are prepared for what is going to happen. Having that strength, being prepared. It is time for a new direction. You decide how to create your life. I'm not even going to say anything else, group number 3, because obviously we have a lot of synchronicities happening even here with this card alone. I'm going to hold it up again so that you can read it and look over it and study it, because this is extremely important. This is explaining about the luck that is appearing here with this situation that's going to take you to the new beginnings, using that strength. So this is all a part of the bigger plan. for March as far as luck is concerned, but the preparedness is very important. Okay, so we have the pine tree here. Also, too, very, very much of healing, of rebirth. The pine tree never loses its leaves, as we call it, or needles. So that's a lot of Cancer energy. We have a lot of Cancer coming up this weekend, a lot of Cancer energy. So we have the spiritual struggle that's happening here. Okay, the spiritual struggle of life, basically, of trying to get the downloads, of trying to get the answer. Group number 3, sometimes you cannot always end up with an answer. And it's sad to say that, but sometimes there is a lot of strength in patience, group number 3. Your luck will come. Things will change with patience and with strength. Sometimes you won't always be able to find the answers. We have the Chariot that's indicative here of movement, of things that are moving, of things that are, you're going away from where you were comfortable, aka with the new beginnings that's here. So that luck is definitely turning to bring you into some different way of thinking, some different Spirit's like showing me somewhere that's different physically, be it moving, be it traveling. Discovery. The word discovery rings to mind here. So we have seeing the light at the end of the tunnel. Yes, the new beginnings. So we have answers found after overcoming a test. We have courage, travel, and discovery. Thank you, Spirit, for just clarifying. I love it how Spirit always constantly clarifies some things that I already say, because it just means that we're both on point here, I guess. So without further ado with this new beginnings thing here, I think that a lot of the luck is going to come from the new start, basically, group number 3. So that is very, very important to the movement. So with the strength, we have the dolphin, which again, very mystical creatures. We have the, situation with the water, but also too with the communication of what the dolphin signifies. We have the Libra and the Scorpio energy. So the King of Cups. So we talk a lot about ruling the emotions, the water sign, basically the cup overflowing, the King of Cups really being a true divine masculine energy there, but really being in control of emotions, in control of what you feel, saying what you feel with the strength situation when you feel it, getting those downloads, accepting those downloads from universe. If you connect with your spirit guides, angel guides, whatever the situation is, you are getting those downloads and you are in a place of acceptance that messages are coming to you. It's just which messages are more important to look at as a synchronicity than others. So we have a person who seems distant can help you greatly. Accept their advice. So the thing is maybe it would be best too, if you're trying to get a creative flow going here, if you're trying to connect to universe, group number 3, to talk to someone who's kind of on the outside of this, kind of talk to someone who could maybe prepare you a little bit more for what you're thinking versus what you're feeling. Also too, that can kind of be helpful, because we also do have the fact that dolphins do travel in groups. So it would be good to talk to someone within your inner circle. Maybe they can kind of give you some advice as far as what you would need to do to get on the train of your new beginning, or to get some answers with more clearer communication in the month of March. So we're going to be using some tarot clarifiers. I did get these this new deck with the cat thing. You guys know I am the cat lady. So any type of cat tarot that's out there, I'm going to buy it. So we have here with the creativity something called the 7 of Cups, which is extremely interesting here. So we have a bunch of different things that are happening here. As far as this is concerned with the Wheel of Fortune, we talk about luck a lot in this situation. The 7 of Cups is indicative of a choice that is made, that is presented to you, group number 3, from spirit above. So there are a lot of choices that you could be making, but the situation is what choices are going to be more favorable and what choices are not going to be as favorable. Meaning we talk about abundance, leadership, health and prosperity. We talk about about power. We also talk about deception. We talk about illness or sickness, and then we talk about self. So you're being presented a lot, group number 3, in the month of March with many lucky opportunities. It's just the fact of what opportunity would make the most sense to you. What opportunity would be the best choice for you to fill your cup with based on the downloads that you're getting from the universe, God, or what have you. So that is something to think about. You always have a choice to make emotionally. You always have that option to make that choice. You are not beholden to anyone, group number 3, for making that choice. Luck presents itself when you are ready to make that choice for your own self. So just kind of keep that in mind. Not surprised here that we have also to the moon energy with this water energy and the Scorpio energy. We have, obviously taking a look at this, the 2 pillars, we have light and then we have darkness. We have, the dark, side of the pillar of the situation. We have the crawfish or Scorpio being within the waters of the psyche, and then we have land. So we have that light energy too. So basically things are very, very deceptive. Group number 3, you're being deceived a lot, and not everything is as it seems, meaning that when the light is shown, you can be seeing the darker side of something or the lighter side of something, and that is really, really confusing you, especially with the spiritual struggle, because there's a part of you that does realize, group number 3, that sometimes to get ahead, you have to also be at one with your shadow self, be at one with your darker side, which you might not be always, trying to keep out in the forefront. You might be trying to stuff that skeleton in the closet. We get it. But at the end of the day, some things do need to be shown. In order for the new beginning to start, you have to accept and know yourself and know what you're committing to, know what you would be happiest with, know what is the truth, in other words, with that moon. Also, too, doing a lot of divine feminine work is also very, very important too. Like we just had a new moon on the 2nd, maybe looking towards the full moon to kind of get connected with the moon energy. I might be doing some moon readings coming up or whatever for the situation with the full moon when that does happen. So that is also something to think about as well, kind of connecting with that divine feminine. Okay, surprise, surprise here. We do have the Lovers. So here's what's interesting. If all of you are single out there, then you could be finding someone in March. That could be a very lucky thing if you are trying to grow closer in love to yourself. That can also be a new beginning. If you're also in a relationship, it could become more serious, or you can hear word about a relationship. So there is the Lovers card, that Gemini energy, that duality of the light and the dark that we have there. And then obviously having that lover situation. Also, if you are looking for a connection with someone, if you are looking to get an answer about someone that you are truly feeling close with, now is the time to kind of channel that energy with the Lovers to get that answer, to get that term of luck, if you should move forward or not. Maybe asking Spirit or Universe for that type of download is also important too. If you're really, really not sure about taking the next step, if you currently are with someone. And surprise, surprise, we have more water energy happening here. We do have the Ace of Cups, which is very much a slower moving process as far as a new beginning is concerned. So when we talk about the Ace of Cups, we really, really talk about the summer. We talk about the abundance happening, but more so in spring, which will come towards obviously the end of March. But when we talk about the springtime, we talk about also too a new beginning when it comes to emotion, when it comes to emotional connection, having that strength to take the next step, be it in a romantic relationship, be it in a relationship that you have with yourself, with spirit, kind of taking that initial step, for the emotion, group number 3, which can very well be thought of in March. Maybe you're trying to get engaged or get married. Maybe there's a connection that has to be made on a deeper level. That will also come in the form of a new beginning, probably later on. It could start in the spring, but it can go into the summer. So it's not exactly a readily available thing. This is something that needs to be intuitively felt, or getting that download for the Ace of Cups with the emotion is what Spirit's trying to tell me, having that cup overflowed. Okay, surprise, surprise. So we're talking a lot about joining. So we're talking about the Lovers as being that duality, that openness towards love and towards new beginnings. Now we're talking about Two of Cups, which is literally matrimony. It is literally a Spirit's giving me so much, you guys. It's literally a connection that is occurring here, but it is more permanent. It is under Spirit. It is more permanent as far as a connection that just occurs out of nowhere, really, group number 3. It's just a connection, a marriage, a partnership, something that occurs that you have to have strength to go through, because this is the real deal, group number 3. This is the real luck that's coming to you. And that is the luck of a relationship, the luck of love, the joining with someone else in the eyes of Spirit or God. It's very, very powerful. So you have to figure out with this emotion, are you ready to take the next step as far as your relationships are concerned? It can also be asking you to take the next step with yourself. Yes, Justice, we have the clarification of the light and the dark energies with the 7 of Cups. You have to choose wisely and choose justly with that 7 of Cups choice. We have the 6 of Wands coming in with the victory. Okay, so there will be victory out of the confusion with communication, group number 3. The luck will come to you. You just have to see things in a better light, or see things more clearly to have a new beginning. Okay, death and rebirth. Not surprised here under the Lovers, because we're talking about either a person who was single at one point, now they are moving into being a couple, or possibly being married to someone else. Now we're also talking about a death and rebirth within the self, the love that we have for the self with the new beginnings. So that part of you will eventually die to give birth to something that is new and different with the new beginnings there. Not surprised at all, group number 3. The Moon, surprise, surprise. So now we're looking at this twice. So we're looking at a lot of deception, but also a lot of ethereal energy that is happening. This weekend with the Moon in Cancer, it would be very, very good for things to kind of flourish a little bit more. There's a lot of Cancerian energy this weekend, but also we talk a lot about what is shown in one way may not be seen in the other way. And then we also talk about the Moon as joining forces between the light and the dark. So that duality is playing out there, group number 3. You have to be connected, to see it in a different light. See whatever situation, be it with emotional, which I'm thinking that it is, with a partnership, a romantic partnership, seeing it for what it is, and then kind of looking at it through a different lens would be helpful as far as what do you want and what don't you want out of a romantic endeavor. Are we surprised? No, we're not surprised. We have the Ace of Cups here, which is obviously opening up that heart chakra situation. We have the Ace of Cups here, that opening up of the love. Basically, what it's saying here, group number 3, is that the luck is going to come if you can see both sides of one coin. If you can respect your partner enough to honor their dark and their light shadow sides. We have the wolves there, obviously. If you want to join in with someone and have the strength to go through this, a connection, a marriage, what have you, then you need to see things for as they are, not as they appear. And obviously with the Ace of Cups, we're talking about that spring, summer, opening of the heart chakra can also be seen for the Ace of Cups. So really, really having that cup overflow for love. And I think that obviously with the death and rebirth, there's a lot of things where you guys are very successful, group number 3. You're very lucky. The thing is that you're very scared to have your heart broken, group number 3, to have things change on you so quickly. You've been through a lot of different things spiritually and emotionally. So this death and rebirth is no surprise. We have the infinity sign there, which is indicative of the death and rebirth, that it is infinite. We come right back to the beginning with things. So there is going to definitely be a new beginning as far as emotion is concerned. So let's talk about the message cards. So I pulled 2 of them. We're going to look at this first one because it just kind of fell out on me. So I still wanted to take a look at it. This is from the Divine Doors message. So we're going to turn this over. The 3 of Cups. Bam, people, look at that. All right, let me get this over here. See, Spirit's even happy with that, I guess. So we're going from the 2 of Cups, like I was explaining at the end over here with the Ace of Cups energy, okay? Now we're talking about the 3 of Cups, which is celebration being near. You guys, I'm going to be honest with you, group number 3. If you guys are in a close relationship, very serious relationship, I have a feeling that either you're going to be engaged, there's going to be a wedding, there's going to be a celebration of some kind of a joining with something. Now, if you are single and you are joining or having a different interpretation of self, there is going to be a lot of joy and luck surrounded around that. So there's a toast to friendship in the afternoon sun, 3 cups in happiness, 3 cheers are done. So you have a lot of friendships, a lot of connections there. With the 3 of Cups card. So that's kind of a nod to the fact that after the 2 of Cups energy, there's going to be the 3 of Cups energy. Taking a look at this door now, too, that also was coming out of the Divine Doors messages. Let's take a look. So a morning memory. So basically this is a meditating under the sun situation. So if you need to meditate, I think that that would be best to kind of figure out what is going on with this moon energy. What downloads are you getting from spirit as far as that is concerned? So its healing gift runs a destined course. The morning dawn, our inspired source. Yes. So out of the darkness of the moon must come the sun, must come the morning. I do think that meditation would be very, very helpful, group number 3, especially if you're dealing with issues having to do with spirit, with love, with emotion, with romantic love, with getting closer to someone. Now is the time to really meditate on the past, but also on the future, and let luck kind of show that to you if it's willing to. So just to think about that also to group number 3. But group number 3, I really did hope that this reading did help. As always, please like and subscribe to my channel, comment down below. Also keep on the lookout on my Instagram. I will be doing some pick a cards on there too. I'm going to start to use that platform a lot more. And I'm also going to be uploading more pick a card readings and more videos on my channel. But I hope that you all have a good March, group number 3, and I hope to talk to you soon.